alongside of Lumen Field in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC West. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
2026 Seattle Seahawks.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go from Lumen Field. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The 49ers come out and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract with a fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
Gain of 6. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 44.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Throwing again is Purdy. He'll find his man, that's Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, 49ers.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
So, of course, these plays are designed, Mike, to get big gains, but even though that's not the case here, what these plays do is they keep the defense off balance. They match up with their regular traditional run game. They match up with all their pre-snap motions and shifts. So it just adds a little eye candy and makes this defense, the second they take their eyes off the read, if they guess wrong, that's where the big plays come and complement off of it. Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down by Ernest Jones. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 2-yard line.
Kittle is the man in motion. Purdy now on second down. To the goal line and in. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Darnold to throw again. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. To throw again is Darnold. He's got it about the 8, and he's into the end zone. Cooper, up, touchdown Seahawks. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks come right back to tie it at 7.
Ties the game at 7. Jason Myers.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense would take the field. The Niners offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 31 yards.
First down. A gain of 31 yards. First down, 49ers.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Here's Saul, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. as they've got it starting 3rd down and 2. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's got the 1st down. Not by a whole lot. Only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
To throw, Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
3rd down, Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he's out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker, so decision to make here as it's 4th down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Shaheed in motion. Now Darnold. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down and 3. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of 2.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man, it's the tight end, Jake Tonjes. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Seahawks scoop it up.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Darnold. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Now, this looks like a design run. He takes off, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Oh, a huge mistake right in the half. It is intercepted.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns, not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
The 49ers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this 1st half. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
The Niners use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Third and 5. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Short one there, caught by Kittle. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the 1st half clock.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
That's caught by McCaffrey. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. One of the tight ends motions right. Play fake. Now it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Big Leonard Williams that time forces his way in for the sack. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Shaheed now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Carry for the Spartan. Kenneth Walker. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers. It's a gain of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
2nd and inches. He'll run the toss with Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st and 10.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up Second down.
It leads to second.
They just
and
have to
10.
be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. On the handoff, this is Walker. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
All right, so in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have fourth down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging fourth down decision. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. Woo! And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over.
49ers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 8. We'll send a tight end in motion right. Play action. Here's Purdy. Now, a short one caught. by Tonjes.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the 49er, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
This one complete to Bourne. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Motion man is the tight end going right. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
15 yards on the play.
A pickup there of 13. First down, Seattle.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
15 more yards. That's another.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Darnold. Forced out left. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 5. They run with Walker. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
A gain of
15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On 2nd down, Walker. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and
The big
10.
guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Now, Darnold. It'll be Smith and Jigbubs bringing it in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good.
An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
49-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, Seattle. Darnold to throw. That one on target to Cup. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Darnold to throw again. Huck brings it in left side. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seahawks. That's his second touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now we'll get a 2-point try here. Darnold has the offense lined up.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll run for it with Walker. And he will get into the end zone and put the lead up by 2 more.
49ers 7.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The 49ers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Open man is Jennings. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man there. It is Bourne. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
A gain of 6.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Here's Purdy again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Here is 1st and 10. Throwing again is Purdy. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision, just throw the ball away.
No louder place than here in Seattle before 3rd down. Back to the air again is Purdy. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but slim might have went just out the window as that ball hit the turf.
So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.